They call him the Judge, Jack Ferguson, age 65, manager of the BC Aviation Museum at Victoria Airport. His past is as colorful as one of his favorite movies, a movie he knows all too well.
Then we just burrow right through the dirt like a couple of moles. Then by dawn, we're under the wire, across the open space, into the woods, and gone.
The Great Escape starred a host of talented actors. Steve McQueen played the leading role. For Jack Ferguson, the movie is reality. The Great Escape was real and was carried out from Stalag 3 in Germany, and Jack was part of the escape.
And it's very accurate as far as depicting life in camp. And
now, you worked on these tunnels. What was it like?
I didn't work on the one where the Great Escape was, but I worked on one, we had three going, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And I've forgotten now which one was which, but the one I was working on was under our theater. And my job was passing sand back from the tunnel face back to the fellows at the opening, who would then dispose of it. And the orchestra, was a camp orchestra, would be practicing, and the signal was they would play a certain tune. You knew the Germans were about, so everybody just froze till they left.
Ferguson says the movie is true to life. He was flying a Wellington or Wimpy over Germany. He had just bombed Wuppertal and was making for Switzerland when flak tore part of his wing off. He was shot down May 29, 1943. He was 18. A German soldier took a picture of Ferguson and his crashed Wimpy, which Ferguson obtained after the war. He went down with his plane. His crew parachuted and survived. He spent time at Stalag Luft 3, the same prison camp the movie is patterned after.
Over a period of 50 years, you sort of forget the bad things and think of the good things and the funny things that happened. The Red Cross parcels were what kept us alive. The German rations were very slim.
Says the Judge, in prison you soon forget about girls, but you never forget about food.
Yeah, we used to make cakes. I remember a commercial for Pepsodent, but I think it was Pepsodent tooth powder, and it had, somebody decided it had some kind of soda or something in it, and we used that for a raising agent to make a cake. We had the hard rock miners who looked after the shoring up of the tunnel. We used to take bedboards. There were bedboards in the camp, and they'd take one bedboard from every bed and use them to shore up the tunnels, and they set up air systems.
Ferguson was a member of 428 Squadron, 6th Group, and has found all his crew but one since that fateful day so long ago.
My navigator is in Edmonton now. He's retired from the Department of Transport as a meteorologist. My gunner is in Tampa, Florida, retired from Air Canada.
After time in Stalags 3 and 6, Ferguson and others were told to walk 50 miles with the Germans to escape the advance of Russians and Americans at the end of the war. He at the time was in a prison camp in Nuremberg. He was too ill to make the walk. It was American General Patton who freed him and his companions. Today he wanders among the warplanes that are his past and his present. He says he still believes in the good of mankind and still wears the prisoner of war pin and hopes and prays it will never happen again.
What do you think about the chances of war again? Do you think we finally learned a lesson, Jack?
Well, I hope so, and in fact I don't think there's a veteran in this world who wants to see his kids or grandchildren get involved in another one.
Island Rewind is brought to you by Arbutus RV. Whatever your adventure, 6 island locations to serve you.